here with you now. See your face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space, empty space. Even when the music is loud, I'd rather be no other place. Here with you now, here with you now. Here with you now. Here with you. Rather be no other place than here with you now. Place than here with you. I see your face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space, empty space. Even when the music is loud, I'd rather be no other place. Here with you now, here with you now.
Hero. I wanna be a hero, hero.
Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Our hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars. In the name of love, be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight our backs to the wall. Hero, hero.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another day of SSBL Baseball. I am your man, Chicken Sandwich, and we are going to be underway here with the Liberty and the Moonshots in the second iteration of the Tank Bowl. And that one's a shot by Trailer Crane, and the Liberty take an instant lead off the first pitch of the game. Trailer Crane 409 feet into left center, and the Liberty lead 1-0.
The right fielder, number 29. Ball high. Ball.
This is the final game for both squads. Moonshots coming in at 1-14, Liberty coming in at 3-12. Curious who will have, I mean, that's obviously the Moonshots. They'll only have one, max 2 wins. And it kind of gets a log jam. Walkers have 3 wins. Angels have 3, Mythic have 4. Skulls of Rock Cyclones with 5, but Cyclones play the Angels tonight, could get 6 there. Sparrows, Knights. Very, very interesting. Do a quick out slug. Louisville in the lineup for the final game. And she swings and misses. Gets rung up in her first Majors plate appearance. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 in favor of the Liberty. Nick Hugh to lead things off. Stone Rock on the mound for Liberty. Grounded to third. Samuel J. Laxon in time for out number 1. Marlon Morgan now with 1 away. Fouls that one back for a 1-1 count. Swing and miss, 1-2. And he takes strike 3, looking 2 away. 2 batters face 2 strikeouts to start off the Majors career for Stone Rock. And that's back to the mound. Oh, he can't handle it. He stays with it and he gets it first in time for a 1-2-3 inning. We'll now head to the top of the second. 5, 6, 7. Do it for Liberty. And midfield will get pulled after an inning of work. In comes Pat Gross.
Inside. Ball, that's outside.
2-1 the count now. Grounder to Banani in time to Blanco for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 26. No, that's high.
Into center field, tracking that one back. It is Morgan making the catch in front of the track for out number 2, and here comes Libby Sickley. We saw the Mythic last night with their call-ups to defeat the Wildcats. It'd be interesting to see what some of these expansion teams decide to do for Season 9, if they give them another year of development time or give them a call-up and start seeing how they fare in the Majors. Obviously, we saw the Mythic do really well last night in a 12-3 win over the Wildcats, who we'll see tonight in Game 3 as they try to clinch their postseason hopes. And that one's down the third base line. Fair. That puts 2 on, 2 out now for Samuel J. Laxon.
Number 35. That's inside.
And the High Rollers fighting for their playoff lines against the Stingers, who are still trying to fight for the division. That's up the middle. A slow roller. Runner's going to round third, head for home. And the Liberty will lead 2-0.
Number 55.
Liberty trying to split the season series with the Moonshots. Lost 3-1 to them earlier in the year. The lone win on the season for the Moonshots prevented the winless season. Will go down though as the worst record in SSBL history at 1-15 with the loss today potentially. We've had 2 other 1-win seasons, but that was with our old schedule of 14 games, so those were 1-13 years. We'll head now to the bottom of the second. Another run on the board for Liberty, 2-0, and an 0-2 count already to Shorty Hightower. Slider runs inside, 1-2, and that's fouled into the stands. First base line, Relay Lucas snags it, flips it to Stone Rock for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 11.
Bomber special, and the Moonshots get their first hit of the game. Brings up Plum North.
Number 12.
1-1 the count. That one's into center field. Back it goes. Oh! Libby Sickley jumping in the infield, or the outfield, to make the catch there. You rarely see that play made in center field. You rarely see any kind of play requiring a jump unless it's robbing someone of a home run.
That's high.
But Libby Sickley going above and beyond the call for out number 2. One and 2 the count now to Vern Knight. Slow grounder, Relay Lucas steps on the bag herself for out number 3, and the side is retired. Top of the third we go, 2-3-4 to out for the Liberty.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 29. High. No.
Musgrove's the former Moonshot. The 2-1 count. Hit someone hard, and that's going to get down into left center. Cut off by Hugh, makes it a leadoff single.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 48.
Brings up Remy Griffin. Rounder, diving stop by Benani. The throw in time. Nice play by Benani for out number 1. Second time up now for Slug Louisville. Chance to show her stuff here. Her first major league game. In there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Slug Louisville. Doesn't seem like she's quite ready for the big time just yet.
Ball inside.
And here's Stu Rich with a runner in scoring position.
Ball outside.
2-1 the count.
No, that's high.
3-1.
Take your base.
And that will be a walk issued to Stu Rich. 2 on, 2 out now for Spot Pock.
Outside.
Grounded to first. Easy play for Dale Blanco. Round number 3. And speaking of Dale Blanco, should probably give a respectful tip of the cap for some of these old Moonshot players that are probably playing in their final game of their careers. Dale Blanco probably heading for retirement after this season. Pat Gross on the mound, probably heading that way as well. A lot of staples of this franchise headed for the great beyond. But he singles up the middle to get a board. Just the second hit of the day for the Moonshots. Bellator curls to the plate now. Stone Rock 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, and a strikeout. So far in his first major league appearance. And the count 0-2 to Curls. Just missed the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Popped up right field. Back goes Musgroves. He's in front of the track. To make the catch for number 1. Plum North, yeah, she's been with the Moonshots for a handful of years, but she's a season 4, so she may have another season under her belt, but who knows. She was an original Gaucho. I don't know if she ever played a game for them, though. I think she may have been traded before that season ever started. This one, oh, Smart Park ranges over. Flips it to Lucas in time for round number 3. And we head to the top of the 4, still 2-0. Sickly Lucas and Laxton do up.
Center fielder, number 30.
Grounded to short, and speaking of Plum North, there she is in time for round number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 29.
BK Relay Lucas up 1-1. Calls back 1-2.
That's down. That's low. Ball 4.
And she will take a walk.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 30. Pitching.
And in comes Rainey Getty.
No, high. No, high.
You start things off 2-0 to Samuel J. Laxton. And there for strike 3-1. Rounder to Plum North. Flip to Panani, and Panani to Blanco for the Dragons special. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-0. Bonnie, Hightower, and Baloney do up.
The second baseman, number 7. That's outside. Now batting, the right fielder, number
Stone Rock locked in now. And, oh, Relay Lucas with a nice play. Oh, no! Down goes Stone Rock. He gets the out, completes the 4th inning. But gets hit square in the face.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 55.
I don't doubt extreme pain. I'd have broken his orbital bone. A la Joel Embiid. That was a nasty one.
That's outside.
That will be a leadoff single for the Liberty. Let's see if we can find some silver linings for this squad. Harper Harpoon this year. I don't think he's in the lineup. Oh, that one is deep into left. Doesn't have the height. It does not. It's off the top of the wall. And that will be a double. So runners on 2nd and 3rd now for Remy Griffin. A chance for more here. Harper Harpoon 6 for 20, 300 average, and that's up the middle. That should score 1. Another one rounding 3rd, headed home. That should score 2. Liberty 4-0 on top of the Moonshots here,
Number 2.
as they look to finish off their season on a high note. See, Libby Sickley's old. Manny Musgrove is older. Lucas. Remy Griffin. Closer to 200, but still sub. You know, Stacy's old. Laxon didn't have a whole lot of time. Ugh. It's just rough offensively for Liberty. But I have confidence. I have faith in the aging, and they should be fine. Couple of strikeouts now, 2 away, bringing out Smart Park. Let's see what the pitching holds. Hawk reaches on infield single. Pitching's a lot better of a high note for the Liberty. Adolphus Clay, a 4.34 ERA, 18 2/3 innings on the season, 9 earned runs, and 11-4 strikeout to walk ratio. So that's definitely some good building blocks there. Barry Good was traded. Bolden is old. Braden Case didn't really have a lot of time. Darte is old. Fernando Shields. Yeah. And that's going to be strikeout number 3 after 2 runs come to score. 3 straight strikeouts, but 4-0 go the Liberty. Oh, Braden Case was also traded, okay. And there goes Stone Rock. In comes Jonathan Massey. Was that one of the call-ups I made? Yes, he was called up. Cool. And he strikes out plumb north. Hello, Elder. Definitely the biggest star, I think, in the making for the Liberty, Mitchell C. 23 2/3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 2.28 ERA, and a sub-1 WHIP. 17 strikeouts to 7 walks, 2 home runs surrendered. Definitely a star there in the making, I believe, for the Liberty. This one grounded to Lucas, and that will be flipped to Massey in time for out number 3. The side is retired. We head to the top of the 6th. Lucas, Laxton, and Crane do up.
The first baseman, number 29.
No, that's low.
Up the middle, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the Liberty. Also, congratulations are in store for Elder. With the Wildcats lost last night, the Unicorns did clinch the Epic Galaxy Conference last night.
No, that's high.
So, a division title, the first division title under the belt for Elder as the manager of the Unicorns. So congratulations to Elder indeed. Popped up into center field, playable for Morgan. Out number 2.
The right fielder, number 29.
That's low. That's down.
2-2 to Manny Musgroves. Ernie Giddy throwing probably her last pitch, and that will be a walk. Musgroves aboard. Brings up Remy Griffin, 1 for 3 today. And that will indeed do it for Getty. In comes Lisa Louisville, 2 on, 2 out. Griffin 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs.
No, inside.
This one's foul. 1-2 the count.
That's low.
That one's low, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Louisville brings him up there, and we go to the bottom of the sixth. Still 4-0. Liberty out hitting the Moonshots 10-2 in this one.
The catcher, number 18.
Massey on the mound for another inning of relief after Stone Rock got plugged. Fouled back. 0-2 the count to Curls. And that's another strikeout for Massey. One away now. Nick Q to the plate, top of the order. Hard hit ball, but into the stands. Ooh, that one finds the top of the zone. K-Man activated for Massey. That's fouled back. Back to the mound. Massey scoops it, throws it to Lucas in time for out number 2. I believe I was singing the praises of Massey in the game I called for the play-in game for the minors playoffs, being specialist in K-Man. I think the hardest decision you have to make for Massey going forward is if you want him in the bullpen as a lockdown reliever or as a starter as your ace with those specialist K-Dud traits. It's definitely a hard decision to make because, I mean, either decision you make, is justified. I don't think there's any wrong decision, but just be very interested to see what kind of role he'll take as his career moves along. Oh, he's a pin guy. Okay, I completely respect that. I mean, especially like if in those close games, K-Man and specialist, that's just lethal. 0-2 now to Smot Pak. And Pak fouls that one off. Swing and a miss. Pak goes down for out number 2, bringing up Libby Sickley. Libby Sickley probably also playing in her final game of her career. I don't know. Is Libby Sickley an S1? It's my gut. She was from the Walkers. Is this where she spent most of her career? She is an S1. And she singles up the middle for a base hit. Runner's trying to head for third, and the throw is not in time, and Sickley advances to second on the throw. So 2 in scoring position now for Relay Lucas. 0-2 goes Relay Lucas, 2 for 2 on the day. Yet to chuck up an RBI, but has an opportunity here. A slow dribbler, though. Louisville comes off the mound. 2 Blanco in time for out number 3, and 2 are stranded. Time to stretch as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Bonani, Hightower, and Baloney. Thank you all for tuning in. All right. There we go. I misspelled the first time? F-T-R-E-T-C-H. No? Mubat was just being pokey. But be sure to join the Discord if you are new to the channel as we wrap up the regular season this week and get ready for the chase to the Super Series. It's going to be a very exciting and very chaotic postseason. Yes, Elder, go ahead and fling those in here. Wait, 20? Oh, well, yeah, go ahead, yeah. I'm going to be honest, I've still not read up any on how that agent stuff works. Or how any of the new rules work, so I definitely need to be caught up to date with all that jazz. Now back 1 and 2 to Samuel J. Laxon. Flies this one into left field. And that will be caught by Hugh for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 55.
Trailer Crane hit a leadoff home run on the first pitch of the game. Yeah, if that's what it sounded like, go for it, because I am honestly clueless when it comes to that stuff, so I'm going off your understanding there.
The right fielder, number 29.
Because I honestly don't know. I was busy at the time with work when that agent stuff first came down the pipe, and I just haven't remembered to actually go and read through that agent's channel yet.
That's inside.
Full count to the former Moonshot, Matty Musgroves, and swings and misses at a pitch in the next batter's box and sends us to the bottom of the 8th. Still 4-0. No scoring since the top of the 5th inning. Here is Plum North.
Ball inside.
And North laces one inside the line into the corner, but Musgrove cuts it off. It stays a single.
Now back, the designated hitter, number 60.
Pitch out. The throw is... Oh, it was in plenty of time, but a poor throw. Too bad that doesn't matter, as this is the last game for the Moonshots. Throw is in plenty of time, but just in the dirt. And the tag couldn't be applied. Plum North safe at second on the stolen base. Did twist her ankle. This is popped up into right. Popped by Musgroves, but she will advance to third. And here is Bellator Curls.
Number 18.
Massey locked in. Looking for his 4th strikeout in 4 innings of work. Came inactive. Not a strikeout, but a pop-up will do, as that one's into right field. Musgroves makes the catch for out number 3. And we go to the final frame for both these seasons here. Both these teams, I guess I should say.
The shortstop, number 48.
Last chance to take a swing here in Season 8 for the Moonshots in the Liberty. Bobby Boucher comes into the game.
Ball, that's inside. That's outside.
Full count. And that one singled up the middle, base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 2. Now pitching,
In comes Nina Jax.
55.
Try and get the last 3 outs here. Louisville. Still trying to show her worth here in her first ever Major League appearance.
Outside.
But she strikes out for the 3rd time today instead.
The catcher, number 29.
That's down.
Incompleted. Okay.
Ball outside.
Runner is going. That throw is in the dirt, and almost a mirror image of that throw to second that we saw in the bottom of the 8th. Stu Rich, though, strikes out swinging. I'll bring up Smart Park.
Number 26.
2 away now here in the top of the 9th. Runner on second.
No, inside.
That one gets away from Curls, and runner will take third. And that one's up the middle. That's a base hit, and Smock Pock makes it a 5-0 ball game.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 30.
Oop. 5-0. Oh, and that one's deep into right, and that one is gone! Libby Sickley ends her career on a 2-run shot into right to make it 7-0 for the Liberty. A fitting end for a Season 1 player to go out. And we dip into the starting pitching. Unfortunately, the way to remember a career is not going to be the same for Dina Gregory, another S1 player. She does get the final out of the 9th, but we go to the bottom of the inning, 7-0 in favor of the Liberty.
The left fielder, number 3. That's low.
Massey trying to finish off this game. 2-1 to Nick Hugh, who's 0 for 3. Finds his own there, 3-2. L back. Into center field, and that will one-hop to Sickley. Nick Hugh aboard. And that will probably do it for Massey.
Center fielder, now pitching.
In comes Mitchell C. to finish this one up. Oh, 2 to Marlon Morgan. Swing and a miss. C with a strikeout on the first batter she faces.
The second baseman,
Bringing up Otani Banani.
7. Ball, that's inside.
1-2 to Banani.
Ball, that's up.
Grounder to Laxon. Laxon to Pock. Pock to Relay Lucas. And the Liberty finish off the season with a win over the Moonshots. 7-0. Your final score. I accidentally closed the schedule tab I had. Breaks an 8-game winning streak for the home teams that we had going. Actually, a 9-game winning streak home teams had had, dating back to day 2 of week 12. Only 4 hits on the day for the Moonshots. 15, though, for the Liberty. 3 hits from Sickley, pair from Pock, Griffin, Musgroves, and Crane. Ooh, 4 strikeouts for Louisville. The golden sombrero, not a great way to start a major league debut, but the win nonetheless. Almost identical lines from Rock and Massey. And Mitchell C, the final out. And, well, the Moonshots pitching is the Moonshots pitching. Libby Sickley, your MVP, followed by Crane and Jonathan Massey. And that will do it for game number 1. Game number 2, a huge game. High Rollers playing for their postseason lives. And the Stingers fighting for the division. Game 2 coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SSBL on Twitch. Plus my music. I need the music back, please. Now we'll be right back.
Hero, hero. Hero, hero. Hero, hero. I wanna be a hero, hero.
Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars in the name of love. Be the
And here we are, probably the biggest game of the night here. Do or die for the High Rollers. The Stingers are in, but are hungry for the first round bye. Who will prevail here in the Battle of Red Rock? And Waldo Whitman starts off the game with a strikeout. 2-1 count now to Monica Elmenreich. Swing and a miss there, 2-2. And back-to-back strikeouts for Whitman, 2 away. Matthew Kennedy now to the plate. Rounder to Foe. Foe in time for round number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Whitman. And we'll go to the bottom of the first.
Fielder number 14.
And here is Angela Del Vecchio on the mound. K-Man activated on a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Del Vecchio starts things off with her own strikeout.
Second baseman number 4.
1-1 the count.
Ball high.
2-1. And back-to-back strikeouts for Delvecchio. Both starting pitchers starting off with 2 strikeouts. And up comes Max Range. And Range, a slow roller to third. Zarbi to Highgrass. Round number 3, nearly identical first innings send us to the top of the second. Highgrass, Garcia, and Dallas, Texas due up for the Stingers.
That's inside. Strike 3.
And that's a strikeout to start the second for Whitman.
The catcher number 3.
He's already up to 3 in the game, locked in already through 1 1/3.
Strike. Nope.
I do believe this game will be a pitching battle, as these two teams
Strike 3.
are pretty high in that regard. And Whitman up to 4 strikeouts now.
The second baseman number 12.
Stingers 8th best, eighth best in team ERA at a 3.58 and 11th best at a 3.13 whip. On the other hand, High Rollers 5th best in the league at a 2.78 staff ERA and a 1.18 whip. That is good for 6, and he strikes out the side. Waldo Whitman. He's bringing his best when his team needs it the most. Can the offense deliver, though?
Number 40.
As the manager of the High Rollers mentions, they have relied on their pitching all season. They need the offense to wake up. The High Rollers, known for their offense throughout their first handful of seasons in the SSBL, but honestly struggling a bit this season. Only 50 runs scored this year in a negative RD situation. Negative 1 RD. Only 50 runs scored all season. Behind the Liberty, only 3 ahead of the Moonshots. 2 ahead of the Angels. Trailed the Cyclones by 21 runs. So, just kind of a picture of what the High Rollers offense hasn't done this season. Runner on second now for Kip Armhorn. Opportunity knocks for the High Rollers here early. 2-2 the count. K-Man activated once again for Delvecchio. Swing and a miss! And a mojo boost for the Stingers starting pitcher. That brings up Carlita Beltran. Swing and a miss at a curveball. And the changeup fouled back 0-2 and once again came in on the plate. And strike three called, and that will end the inning. High roller strand a runner on second, and we go to the top of the third. Nothing but goose eggs on the board. Whitman locked in, striking out 5 of the 6 batters he has faced so far. And ahead 0-2 to Zarbi. Oh, just missed the zone there, 1-2. Swing and a miss! Drop third strike, but Beltran in time for out number 1. And here's Yomeko Pendragon. Behind, 0-2. Grounder to short, Colton King scooped up, throw is in time for round number 2. And here's the number 9 hitter, Squash Pixel. 1-1 the count. Popped up, dangerous territory though. Who's going to converge in time? It's Blind Dolly making the over-the-shoulder catch for a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the third we go. 8-9-1 due up for the Rollers. Evans fouls that one back, staying alive at a 1-2 count. Oh, strike three called! A borderline pitch goes in Del Vecchio's favor, and she's rung up her 5th for the game. Let's see what these pitchers rank on the season. Del Vecchio, 3 earned runs through 27 2/3, a 1.25 ERA as she scoops that one back to the mound in time for round number 2. 22 strikeouts to 4 walks issued. A 1.25 ERA to go with a .877 whip. Waldo Whitman, on the other hand, 3 earned runs through 16 2/3 for a 1.62 ERA and a .9 whip, 17 strikeouts to 3 walks. So both elite pitchers as that one's put down for the game's first hit. A 2-out single into left field for Mary Stone, bringing up Becky Foe. The runner is going. The throw from behind the plate is in the dirt. No one has been able to throw to second nicely so far tonight. Oh, Foe just fouling that one off. 1-1 the count. Foe takes ball 2, 2-1. This one into right. Deep it goes. And Foe has hit a 2-run home run to put the High Rollers on top here early. 401 feet into the porch into right field, and the High Rollers lead 2-0. Becky Foe delivering when her team needs it the most. With the captain Wally Woolley out until the second week of the playoffs, she steps up and delivers in a do-or-die situation for the High Rollers. A 2-out rally for the High Rollers. And a full count now to Max Range, composed and came in for Del Vecchio as he fouls that one back. And loses him, and the inning will continue now for Del Vecchio, who's up to, I think, throwing her 50th pitch here. So an eye to keep out on the starting pitching, at least in this regard. And a 1-1 count to Blind Ollie. Came in activated, fouled off. Another one fouled off. Another one fouled off. Blind Ollie eating up pitches here. Swing and a miss! Del Vecchio eventually gets the better of him, but not before the damage is done. And we go to the top of the 4th, 2-0 now in favor of the High Rollers. And Whitman winning the pitch count battle, 38 compared to 56 as we start the top of the 4th. And locked in is Whitman. 1-2 the count. That one's fouled off by DeSalsa. This one's grounded to first. Max Range steps on the bag himself for out number 1.
Designated hitter, number 41.
Bringing up Monica Elmenreich. Elmenreich! A shot into straightaway center field. The first hit of the game for the Stingers is an absolute bomb, and it's 2-1. Absolutely no doubt. 500-foot home run! Holy Toledo Elmenreich!
Number 2.
An absolute nuke off the bat of Elmenreich. And we've got ourselves a 1-run game. The perfect game going down in absolute flames. Almost instantaneously, but Whitman battles back and gets the strikeout of Kennedy 2 away. Now facing off against Highgrass. Highgrass, a decent swing there, but well foul. And this one's a high fly ball, tracking back at the wall. And it's caught by Rocket Rodriguez with his back against the wall for out number 3. That one missed being a tie game by about 2 or 3 feet, but it stays in the park and caught. And it's 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the 4th. I've thought that last night as well. I don't know if you saw it, but the home run the Mythic hit that made it like 8-1 or something that went down the left field line. That thing carried and carried and carried. Swing and a miss. Delvecchio starts off the inning with a strikeout. Kip Armhorn to the plate now. Coming in for the struggling Chicken Tinda at the designated hitter position. And is ahead 0-2. Came in once again for Delvecchio. Hard hit ball fouled off. Fouled back. Ooh, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Delvecchio. But she is using a lot of pitches to get these outs. Up into the 70s now with her next pitch. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 count to Carlita Beltran. 1-2 now, and here is K-Man once again. Swing and a miss! A clean inning for Delvecchio sends us to the top of the 5th. 2-1 your score. Garcia to lead things off. 51 pitches to start off the 5th for Whitman. Only hit he's allowed so far today was a 500-foot home run to Elmenreich. Popped up behind home plate. Should be an easy play for Beltran. Cameraman can't decide what angle it wants to go with. And here comes Dallas, Texas. Starts off with a strike called inside. Curveball misses, 1-1. Fastball fouled off, 1-2 the count. 7 strikeouts for Whitman. Won't get his 8, but gets a fly out into right. Evans is there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Zarbi to the plate. Fouled off. Oh no! Down goes Whitman, but they get the out to get out of the inning. Our second starting pitcher to get hit with a comebacker. And ruins our pitching duel. But the High Rollers do have a woman named Tipsy Reynolds in that bullpen. She's going to have to come in a lot earlier than you'd want if you're a High Rollers fan. Mojo up for Delvecchio now. Coming back nicely after the home run by Foe. It was a body contusion, like the normal thing when they get hit with a comebacker. So like he won't miss time if you win this and get in, but like he's just gonna get out of this game. 2 quick outs for Delvecchio definitely helps that pitch count. And a grounder short to Salsa, gobbles it up, throws it to High Grass, a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go to the top of the 6th where we will see most likely Tipsy Reynolds, I assume. And no, we see yellow or green. So yellow or green, the first woman out of the pin for the High Rollers. Popped up foul territory. Under it is Beltran for out number 1. One and one the count to Squash Pixel. Inside 2-1. Swing and a miss 2-2. Popped up left field. Mary Stone with the catch, round number 2. And Days to Salsa to the plate. And an 0-2 count now. Salsa doing his best to eat up some pitches from Orgreen. Grounder, a nice diving stop by Range. The throw to... Oh! Orgreen muffs it! And the inning continues, and here is Monica Elmenreich. And Orgreen goes down to tense. A first pitch strike, 0-1. Inside 1-1. Runner is going, the throw from behind the plate is not in time, and the tying run is in scoring position. Fouled back, it's a 2-2 count. I don't know how the pressure is in higher. Elmenreich doing her best, staying alive, fouling off a pitch. This one into center! Elmenreich has done it again! Elmenreich with her second home run of the day puts the Stingers on top 3-2. Yellow or green cannot answer the call out of the bullpen, and the Stingers have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. And a ground out will finish things off, but the Stingers now lead 3-2 as we go into the bottom of the 6th. Almost 1,000 feet of home run from Monica Elmenreich tonight. And a 3-0 count now to Becky Foe. 3-1. That one finds his own. Delvecchio battles back. Full count. Foe swings at that last minute, fouls it off. And Foe gets one up the middle. Leadoff runner aboard for the High Rollers. That brings up Max Range. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Delvecchio up to 91 pitches. This might be her last inning here. 3-1 the count. Compose acted for Delvecchio. That's a grounder to Texas. Texas flips it to DeSalsa. DeSalsa to first. A huge Dragon special. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th, and Delvecchio gets pulled for Princess Leia. Huge, huge, huge Dragon special for the Stingers. Oh, and Leia snags that one up the middle. And we go to the top of the 7th, still 3-2. Orgreen will take the mound in the 7th inning. Ahead 1-2 to Dank Highgrass. Fouled back 2-2. This one into left should be playable for Stone, and she makes the catch, round number 1. that's going to be up the middle. Base hit for the catcher whose name escapes me, Penelope Garcia. And that will bring up Dallas, Texas now, 0 for 2.
Ball inside.
Swing and miss, runner going. The throw is going to be not in time. I thought that tag was pretty close, but another runner in scoring position. And that one gets away from Beltran. She is tense. That's probably why the arm hasn't been so good trying to pick off these runners. This one is deep by Texas. This might be a kill shot. It's at the wall. It's gone! Dallas, Texas with a 2-run shot and makes it 5-2. The third home run of the day by the Stingers gives them a 3-run lead. And now the day is done for Ore Green. In comes Elisa Reinford. Caught by Evans for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 12. That's outside. Inside.
2-1 the count to Pendragon.
That's inside.
3-1. And that one is up the middle. Pendragon's aboard with a 2-out single.
Now back, the center fielder, number 9.
The Whitman injury absolutely changed this game on a dime. That brought in Ore Green, who could have gotten out of the inning but muffed the third out. That brought Elman right back to the plate and gave the Stingers the lead, which they have then improved upon. Now 5-2 here as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. 5, 6, 7 do it for the High Rollers. They still have 9 outs left in their season to try and get 3 or more runs to stay alive for the playoff race. Facing off against Princess Leia. 1 pitch grounded to second. Texas flips it to high grass in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up a tense Kip Armhorn, 0 for 2. He stays in the game to take the plate appearance. First pitch strike called, fouled off, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Leia with a strikeout.
The catcher, number 36.
Brings up Carlita Beltran, an uncharacteristic tense and 0 for 2. She falls behind 0-2 and grounds this one to Texas. A 1-2-3 inning for Princess Leia. And we head to the top of the 8th, 5-2 still. Top of the order do up for the Stingers.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 20. Ball outside. Ball outside.
Salsa 0 for 3.
Break.
Takes a strike there. 2-1 the count.
Break.
2-2. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. DeSalsa gets rung up there. And here is your MVP of the game, Monica Elmenreich. 2 absolutely massive home runs that have given the Stingers pretty much the lead in this one. And a little help from Dallas, Texas, but she grounds out for out number 2. Bringing up an 0 for 3, Matthew Kennedy.
Ball inside.
It was either Dank Highgrass or Czar Bede that killed Waldo Whitman, I think. Have to go back and look.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1. Break.
This one's a flare into left center, and that's going to get down. A bomber special to start things off for the High Rollers in the home half of the 8th. They trail by 3 runs here with their season hanging in the balance. Title defense hanging in the balance. Rocket Rodriguez 0 for 2. First pitch strike high in the zone. This one popped up into right, and that will be caught by Kennedy for out number 1. Here's Mary Stone, 1 for 3. Oh, and that one's thrown away. Runner is going to take second, go to third now. So a big mistake by Princess Leia. A couple of relief pitchers making errors in this game. Can the High Rollers capitalize like the Stingers did? Mary Stone into deep center field. I don't know if this one is going to exit the park, but it will be deep enough for a runner to score and make it a 5-3 ball game. High Rollers inch ever so closer and taking Princess Leia down to tenths. But still a 2-run game. Becky Foe to the plate now. 2 for 3. And ahead in the count 3-0. And she swings on that one and it gets through the right side of the infield. And the tying run will come to the plate. Becky Foe's mojo is up. And here comes Max Range 0 for 2 with a walk. I don't know how the pressure isn't higher. Runner is going, the throw for him is not in time, and she's in scoring position. Fouled back 0-2 to Max Range. Popped up, should be playable for Zarbi. He is under it. And he makes the catch for out number 3 and will go to the top of the 9th. 5-3 your score, both teams with 5 hits and an error apiece. So a run does score off the error, but the High Rollers don't score to the same magnitude the Stingers did when the pitcher made the error. 3-1 to Dank Highgrass. Full count. Elisa Reinford fouled back. And that's going to be a leadoff walk to Dank Highgrass. Penelope Garcia coming to the plate. Reinford staying in the game. Oh, and 2 the count to Garcia. Swing and a miss. Reinford rings her up there, 1 away. And here is Dallas, Texas. The difference in the game right now. A 2-run home run into right, which is why the Stingers lead 5-3. 2-0 the count. Reinford at 33 pitches here. This one into right. That one's tracking over the head of Evans. Runner is not going to score. They stayed put, not knowing if Evans was going to catch it or not. And that puts runners at the corners now for Zarbi. And Tipsy Reynolds will finally come into the game here, trying to keep this a 2-run deficit for the High Rollers. And Zarbi gets ahead in the count 2-0. Reynolds finds his own 2-1. Runner is going, the throw is not in time. 2 runners in scoring position, and it takes away the double play opportunity. B fouls it off, remains a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss! Reynolds rings him up there! And here comes Yomeko Pendragon, 1 for 3 with a single. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs here in the top of the ninth, and a 2-run lead for the Stingers. This one's fouled off, it's an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss! Tipsy Reynolds comes in, rings up 2 batters, and strands a pair of runners, and keeps it a 2-run game going to the bottom of the ninth. The High Roller season on the line. Blind Dolly to the plate, facing off against Princess Leia. First pitch swinging up the middle. Blind Dolly's aboard. The tying run will come to the plate. Colton King 0 for 3 on the day, but he has had some big moments in his career for the High Rollers. Takes a first pitch strike, a meaty pitch that could have been swung on. Oh, he swings on that one, fouls it off. 0-2 the count. Leia is tense after giving up the leadoff single. Lays off the slider upstairs, 1-2. And lays off the pitch inside, 2-2. That one is fouled off. And the count is full. A great at-bat here by King. This one up the middle. Dallas, Texas with a diving stop. He can't get the lead runner, but he goes to first for out number 1. A huge play defensively by Dallas, Texas at second. A runner in scoring position now for Kip Armhorn, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. Armhorn tense. Ooh, strike 2, borderline pitch on the slider. That one's too tall, 2-2 the count. That one is fouled off. Oh, strike 3 called! And the high roller season is down to Carlita Beltran. First pitch ball. In there for a strike, 1-1. Fouled back, 1-2. The final strike of the high roller season, potentially. Swung on into left field. That's going to get down into the corner. Runner's going to come home. It's a 1-run ball game. Carlita Beltran keeps the high rollers alive. It's 5-4. And up to the plate comes Jarius G. Baby Evans, and coming in relief is Dixie Norms. The tying run in scoring position. Evans represents the winning run. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. This one into right. He doesn't have enough. G. Baby Evans keeps the high roller season alive. Evans with a 2-run home run into right, and the high rollers win 6-5. Down to their final strike. The high roller season does not come to an end just yet. ESPN Classic. A 3-run bottom of the ninth. The high rollers have life in them just yet. Holy cow. Oh, I gotta compose myself. Two for 4 day for Monica Elmenreich. Hit 956 feet of home runs today, and it wasn't enough. A 500-foot shot, I think the third ever home run in the SSBL that was 500 feet or longer. 2 hits from Dallas, Texas. He had a home run. Half of the hits today by the Stingers were home runs. They struck out 11 times. High roller struck out 12 times. A sombrero on the day for Kip Armhorn. Becky Foe 3 for 4. She had a home run. And Jarius G. Baby Evans with the home run just sneaking inside the pole. 2-run shot, a walk-off home run, keeping the high rollers season alive. Unbelievable. Down to their final strike. Carlita Beltran doubles into left, scores a run, brings up Evans, who seals it. Loss goes to Dixie Norms. Needed the final out and could not record it. 3 earned runs go to Leah in the end. 3 innings pitched for her, 2 strikeouts. DeVecchio gets 10 Ks and a no decision. Whitman was pitching excellently until he got hurt. 1 earned run through 5. A hit, which was the 500-foot home run. 7 strikeouts. Then Orgreen tried to hold things down, couldn't. Reinford does, and Reynolds gets the win. MVP is Elmenreich, followed by Becky Foe and Dallas, Texas. And as Donut Boy now says, he is a huge Bombers fan now, because with a Bombers win, it would at very least guarantee the High Rollers a play-in game. So don't go anywhere. The SSBL Game of the Night, Bombers and Wildcats, coming up after this, and a word from our sponsor, Turtle Beach.
Yeah, they just wanna see me in the grave. I'm out in the law in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. I'm a grind, I'm off to the plane. Gotta go for his, cause you know I can I put dollars on my head like I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm proud of what I did. I'm on.
Practicing. I'm shooting a commercial for Turtle Beach.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hop on right now.
I bet.
Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the sink.
Game of the night, a game that just got infinitely more important for everyone involved. Bombers and Wildcats. We've got Beef Boy versus Maury Summer. This one will determine probably the best ERA in the majors. And a whole slew of other things. As that's going to be up the middle base hit to lead things off for the Bombers. Beef Boy coming into this game with a .96 ERA. Maury Summer on the other side coming at a .93 ERA. We don't have the stats in from last week, as Tony Ariano comes in close in this race at a .98 ERA, but I think he did give up an earned run against the High Rollers. That will be a walk, so 2 aboard to lead things off here for the Bombers. Bringing up Hamish Rifleman. So a chance here early for the Bombers. Beef Boy starts him off with a strike. Oh man, my heart is racing after that game. Holy cow. And that's going to get through right side. Not going to be deep enough to score, but the bases are loaded for the Bombers here. Nobody out here in the top of the first, and here comes Albert Pujols. Takes first pitch strike. Swing and miss there. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Beef Boy gets the first out via strikeout. And here comes Murph Kelly. (2-0) to Murph Kelly. Fouled back. As is that one, 2-2 now. Beef Boy already up to 20 pitches here. Popped up foul territory. Don't know if anyone's going to... Ooh, it's going to be close. Oh, Milan makes the snag in foul territory. A huge second out. And here comes Lexi Luther. Oh yes, Elder, here, put here in all caps, to be entered into the Turtle Beach drawing. That's grounded to Bash. Bash in time to Sluggington for out number 3. The Bombers load the bases, nobody out, and can't plate a runner. Beef Boy gets out of a huge jam to start off the game, and we go to the bottom of the first. Maury Summer on the mound. And she starts off behind 3-0 to Henry Longshanks, and that's a 4-pitch walk to start off the game from Maury Summer. Jackson Moore the 4th. There's a strike there now, 1-1. And a strike there, 1-2. This one into right, but Rifleman is there for number 1. Up comes Whitney. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. Runner is going. The throw is going to be in time for number 2. Base is now empty. Whitney fouls that one off. Sneeze from Summer. Misses high. 2-2. Fouled back. Whitney making him earn for it. Lays off that pitch. It's a full count. Dribbler, and that one will stay foul. Whitney stays alive. Staying alive again. Both starting pitchers throwing near 20 pitches in the first inning. But nothing comes across offensively. 0-0 as we go into the top of the second. 7-8-9 do it for the Bombers. Damn Armstrong Hula. Had 2-0. 3-0. Fine zone there. Man, I am rattled after that game. My voice, I am just all over the place. As Whitney makes the catch for round number 1. And so Ferris Irons. Irons grounds that to Bash in time for round number 2. Number 9 hitter Nick Hugh Jr. to the plate. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Beef Boy. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Bash Sluggington, Joshua Durr, and Bobby Jimbo do it for the Wildcats. So just a reminder at what's at stake in this game. A win for the Wildcats clinches their postseason berth. But a win for the Bombers guarantees the High Rollers, at a minimum, a play-in game against at least the Wildcats and potentially the Serpents if they go 1-1 down the stretch. So a ever-entangling web as this game progresses. 1 out now in the bottom of the second. Joshua Durr started off with a slider in there for a strike. Swing and miss, 0-2. Grounded to short. Ferris Irons, the throw in time for round number 2. And I'll bring up your friend in mind, Bobby Jimbo. In there for a strike. Swing and a miss, 0-2. High, 1-2. Just misses low, 2-2. Popped up foul territory, but don't think Rifleman's going to catch up to that. It falls harmlessly to the ground. And Bobby Jimbo battles back to a full count. Oh, and that one just misses, and Jimbo will take a walk. A 2-out base runner brings up Sandy Bash now. Steeler on Jimbo. Fouled back, 1-1. 2-1. Slow grounder up the middle. Britton in time to Kelly for out number 3. And we go to the top of the third, 0-0. Still your score, top of the order. Do it for the Bombers. Beef Boy starting off the third inning at 31 pitches. Gets ahead in the count 0-2. Tough out activated for Kent Iffy. And that's a grounder to Sluggington. Flip to Boy in time for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 60.
Britton 0-2 the count. Another one grounded to Sluggington. Easy play for him. Mojo up for Beef Boy. He has bounced back very nicely from allowing the first 3 base runners to reach in the first inning. He's locked in now. Has not allowed another base runner since. Has retired 8 in a row. And has a 1-2 count on Hamish Rifleman. And that's a swing and a miss. Rifleman goes down, and it's 9 in a row retired by Boy, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. 8-9, then top of the order for the Wildcats. This one is deep. Milan into right. Back goes Rifleman, and he can do nothing but watch as it goes over the tall wall. And the Wildcats take the early lead 1-0. AC Milan puts one over the bullpen wall and gives the Wildcats an early 1-0 lead. Two and 1 the count. The first home run surrendered by Maurice Summer this season. Someday eating up some pitches here. 2-2 the count. The count runs full. Swing and a miss. Summer battles back to get the strikeout and brings us back to the top of the order. Sorry, Quashi, I didn't hit the keys in time. Oh, and 2 the count to Henry Longshanks. Longshanks into center field. Kent Iffy under it. And that'll be caught for out number 2. Jackson Moore the 4th. Gets ahead 2-0. And Jackson Moore deep into left center. That one's back, and that one is gone! Back, or not back to back, but 2 solo shots for the Wildcats. They want that playoff berth, and they lead 2-0 here against the Bombers. No, if the Cats win, the High Rollers aren't out. Their last hope would be that the Serpents either lose out. Wait, let me make sure my math is correct. They would need the Serpents. Oh, they would need the Serpents to lose out. So actually, yeah, because their next game is the Sparrows. So mathematically, no, but in honesty, yes. Murph Kelly gets rung up there, and it's 11 straight retired by Beef Boy. And it's an 0-2 count to Lexi Luther. Luther fouls that one off. Swing and a miss. Beef Boy, another 1-2-3 inning. 12 in a row retired. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Part of the order to it for the Wildcats. Bash Sluggington to lead things off. Two and one the count. 3-1. Fouled back, full count. And that's a leadoff walk for Bash Sluggington. Not a good day for Maury Summer. Struggling here. 3 walks given up in this game. And only 3 walks all season coming into this one. 0-2 to Joshua Durr. And that's going to be a base hit through the right side of the infield. And I think Maury Summer's going to be down to 10th here for a RBI man, Bobby Jimbo. They play the Sparrows and the ball players. Two and two the count to Bobby Jimbo. Nobody out, 2 on. Popped up into right. Well, under it is Rifleman. Runner's going to stay put at second. Rifleman's got a decent arm. Brings up Sandy Bash. Number 2-0. 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk. The bases will be loaded for the Wildcats. And up comes the home run hitter, AC Milan. The epic is sealed tomorrow if the Serpents win. And Summer gets pulled. Only 3 1/3 innings for her. And in comes Fields Goodman. Grounder to short, irons to Britton. Britton, the Dragons special. Goodman comes in and keeps it a 2-run game going to the top of the 5th. Well, no, not if the Sparrows win, somehow win. It still won't be set in stone because the Serpents would have to beat the ball players to prevent the play-in game. Well, no, the ball players definitely care because they still need to win, they need to win to outright win their division as Beef Boy strikes out another. I don't know how many strikeouts he's up to. 5 strikeouts. And has retired everyone in order apart from the first 3 batters who reach in this game. So yeah, the Stingers with the loss are 12-4. And another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 5th. Beef Boy chewing through the Bombers lineup. So yeah, the ball players with a win over the Serpents could outright win the Epic Novus. And that's going to be another 1-2-3 inning for Beef Boy. Has retired 15 in a row, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th.
Number 26.
One-two count now to Someday. Swing and a miss. Mojo up for Goodman as the throw to first is in time on the drop third strike.
Fielder, number 8.
Popped up into right. Easy play for Rifleman. 2 away.
Now back, the designated hitter, number 19.
Jackson Moore, a liner into right, but Rifleman charging in for a 1-2-3 inning for Goodman. Still only a 2-run game as we go to the top of the 6th, top of the order to it for the Bombers. Bombers still in the race for the Epic Phenoms. A loss here would get them 11-5 and would open the door to the Serpents if they go 2-0 in their final 2 games on Friday and Saturday. A 1-2 count now to Kiniffy Jr. Swing and a miss! And it's 16 in a row retired by Beef Boy. 7 strikeouts for Beef Boy. He is locked in, probably on the precipice of being on fire. 1-2 the count to Graham Britton. Swing and a miss! Make it 17 consecutive. And there's the on fire. Who would have thunk it after the bases being loaded with nobody out in the top of the first? Beef Boy would battle back to be on fire. And it's a 1-2 count now to Hamish Rifleman. Lets that one by 2-2 the count. 80th pitch coming here from Beef Boy. Swung on and missed. 18 retired in a row for Beef Boy. Give the man a freaking pitcher of the year in the epic. Making the Bombers' offense look absolutely silly. And that's going to be a leadoff walk issued by Goodman. 1-1 now to Bash Sluggington. Grounder, Britton gets the lead runner to first. A Dragon Special, a nifty Dragon Special. 4-6-3 for 2 outs here in the home half of the 6th. Two and 2 the count. Oh, and Durr gets rung up on a pitch barely in the zone, and we go to the top of the 7th. Pujols, Kelly, and Luther a combined 0 for 6 tonight. The heart of the order not looking great against Beef Boy here. Popped up, and it's going to be 19 in a row retired by Boy. That's up the middle. Spandy Bash keeps it alive, making it 20 in a row. And here comes Lexi Luther. Swing and a miss! Beef Boy has retired 21 consecutive batters. And we go to the home half of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Bobby Jimbo to lead things off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Feels Goodman locked in. He would have been the starter in this game if the Bombers organization hadn't gotten cute with the starting lineup, the starting rotations. Swing and a miss. Goodman rings him up there. Sandy Bash to the plate now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Slow roller up the middle. Graham Britton in time for out number 2. Which brings up AC Milan. And that's to first. Murph Kelly will flip it to Goodman for out number 3, and we go to the top of the 8th. 6 outs remaining for the Bombers. They trail only by 2, though, still. 7, 8, 9 to up in the order. They have not had a base runner on since the first inning, as Beef Boy has absolutely annihilated them. 10 strikeouts through 7 innings. That one's foul, a 1-2 count. Lays off the pitch, 2-2. A slow grounder, 2 seconds. Sandy Bash in time for round number 1.
The shortstop, number 2.
Swing and a miss, 0-1 to Ferris Irons. And a swing and a miss there, 0-2. And, oh man, Ferris Irons just looking clueless at the plate. And it's about to be 24 consecutive outs recorded by Beef Boy. Nick Hugh Jr. fouls that one off. Two and 1 the count. Inside 3-1. And the drought is over for the Bombers. Nick Hugh draws a walk, and the streak ends at 23 consecutive batters retired by Beef Boy. Unbelievable streak there. And just like that, it's one swing baseball with Kennethy Jr. at the plate. And that is up the middle, and it takes a weird hop off the mound, and Kennethy Jr.'s aboard. Runner's headed for third, and the throw is in time! What are you doing on the base pass, Nick Hugh Jr.? That was unnecessary. Even a bad throw in center field by Jimbo gets there in time and tags out Nick Hugh Jr. trying to go to third on that. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Wildcats looking for insurance. And especially with 2 outs, you can't have the third out on the base paths. You got to keep passing the bat. And that could be some insurance. That one's deep, and that one's off the netting in left. That's going to be a 1-out double for Lawrence Longshanks. Henry Longshanks. Brings up Jackson Moore, the 4th, the first hit given up by Goodman in relief. And this one's deep into left center, and forget about it, says Jackson Moore, the 4th. Oh, I really thought that one was gone, but it's going to be a triple anyway. Premature celebration there. In comes Smitty, Warburn, Jaegerman, Jensen to try and finish things off here in the bottom of the 8th, as the Wildcats have already scratched across 1. That one is going to be foul. Dribbler in front of the plate. It stays fair. And thrown to first in time for round number 2. And that will bring up Bash Sluggington. Swing and fouled off by Sluggington, 0-1. Triples deserve music too. Grounded to first, Murph Kelly will step on the bag, and the Bombers will need 3 to extend this one and give the High Rollers some life. Britton, Rifleman, and Pujols due up. And that will do it for Beef Boy. Absolutely insane game from him. And it's up to Botch Peppers Jr. to close this one out. This one in foul territory, tracking it. It's going to get down. Line shot to Bash, one away. Here's Rifleman. Rare time he isn't the one making the base running error for the Bombers. 2-1 the count. Fouled back, 2-2. Fouled back. And strike 3 called! The Wildcats 1 out away from punching their ticket to the postseason. And all that stands in their way is Albert Pujols. And 1 strike away. Popped up into right. That should do it. It's deep, but not deep enough. And the Wildcats are going to the postseason. A 3-0 win over the Bombers. Your final score. And makes the High Rollers' path just a little bit more difficult. 3. Make sure I get all this stuff in here. Only 3 hits for the Bombers. Ken Iffy Jr. had 2 of them. 12 strikeouts. Rifleman with the sombrero. Nick Hugh Jr. breaking up the streak of batters retired in a row. Beef Boy. Did you watch all the game, Aggie? Were you here the whole time? Were you lurking? Jackson Moore, your MVP most likely. The 23 in a row will be a record for forever, I think. 23 retired in a row, absolutely insane. And only 5 strikeouts offensively for the Wildcats. Roy Summer with the loss. Goodman, some decent pitching, 1 earned through 4. Orban Jaegerman Jensen got the final 2 outs. 11 strikeouts for Beef Boy through 8 innings. No earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks. Botch Peppers Jr. getting the save. MVP, Beef Boy, Jackson Moore, and AC Milan. All right, game number 4 coming up right after this. And one more word for our sponsor. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SBSBL on Twitch. Just pull up the screen as I figure out who's pitching in this game. Angels, this is their last game, question mark. 15, yep. So they need Gian Fury. Oh, but I need the Cyclones first, because I can read. Let's see, Cyclones, 9, 4, so they need Aru. And they need Fury. Oh, I'm in the between screen, so you're just literally listening to me talking to myself. Here we go, final game of day 2. Cyclones and the Angels. And the Nothing Really Matters game of the night. Swing and a miss. Start Jim Fury. Another one of the S1 players. Probably making her final start of her career. Starting things off with a strikeout. Quick 2 outs, 2-1 the count to Doug Kelly. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Gian Fury. And we go to the bottom of the first. Emma Milstein, Carol Henry, and Emily Prentice due up.
Number 52. No, that's low. Strike.
Leadoff strikeout for Noria Rue, bringing up Carol Henry. Carol Henry out of the reach of Timber Woods at short. That'll be a leadoff single.
Now back, the center fielder, number 30.
That's inside. He's out.
Line shot to County, 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 23.
This one deep into the night. That one is going to be gone. The Angels take an early lead here thanks to another season 1 player, Tina Tygo. 374 feet, and the Angels lead 2-0.
Number 29.
And Noria Rue strikes out Donnie JT, but not before the Angels strike first, 2-0, going into the top of the second.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 19.
Nope. Inside.
Popped up into left. Easy play there by Wash Jotley.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7. Now batting, the catcher, number 33.
2 quick outs here is Bean Machine, who took pretty much all season to get kick-started offensively.
Ball outside.
And he gets rung up there. Jen Fury channeling her old self here as we go to the bottom of the second inning, still 2-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5.
Ball. Ball, that's low.
2-1 the count to Long Shanks. This one into left. This one falling into the glove of Hugh George III.
The right fielder, number 4.
No, that's low.
Up the middle, another base hit for the Angels.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
That's low.
Noiru tense, 2-1 the count to Ruby Green. Fouls this one off, and that will fall harmlessly. Hard hit ball through the right side, and 2 aboard now for the Angels.
Now batting, left fielder, number 6.
Grounded to Yoshida, Yoshida to Woods, Woods to Doug Kelly for a Dragon special to end the inning. And we'll go to the top of the third, 2-0 your score still. Yoshida to the plate. Very locked in, 3 strikeouts through 2 innings pitched. This one into left, that will be caught by Watley. So after that game, the Epic Conference. So the winner of the Nova's division is going to be 1 or 2. And the Unicorns will be whatever the Nova's winner isn't. And then the runner-up Nova will be 3. Oh, it will be 4. Which I think locks in the Wildcats
No, inside.
at 5. Unless, did the Serpents... Serpents did beat the Wildcats. So not necessarily. If the Serpents and Bombers tied 11-5, then they have a play-in game for the division title, and then the loser of that would be the one compared to the Wildcats for seeding purposes. So nothing quite set in stone, apart from Unicorns getting a top 2 seed. But we do know the Wildcats are in, so that's an X by their name. Two on, two out here for Sebastian Angelo. 2-0 count, a chance for the Cyclones to put something on the board here. So only one final ticket to punch in the Epic. And the bases will be loaded as Angelo draws a walk.
The first baseman, number 14.
That's high.
Rounder to second, Longshanks in time. Cyclones leave the bases loaded and will go to the bottom of the third. Milstein, Carol Henry, and Emily Prentice due up.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 52.
That's low. That's down. D-Rod! Foul ball. Ball outside. D-Rod!
And Milstein gets rung up there.
The first baseman, number 44.
Brew back to neutral.
Ball inside.
4 hits, 2 earned with 3 strikeouts through 2 1/3. Popped up into center field. Easy play there for Jabron Lames, 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 30.
That's inside.
2-2 the count. Rounded to short. Timber Woods in time for round number 3, and the side is retired. Top of the 4th we go, still 2-0 in favor of the Angels.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 19.
Ball outside. D-Rod! Strike!
1-2 the count. That one's fouled back.
Strike 3, you're out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
4 strikeout for Fury, puts one away here in the top of the 4th. Up the middle, Timber Woods gets a base hit.
Now batting, the catcher, number 33.
No, inside. D-Rod! Strike!
So you're going to miss 1 and 2 to Bean Machine.
No, that's low.
Machine lays off the curveball. Foul back, 2-2. Oh, and Bean Machine, deep into the night, has tied the game at 2 apiece.
D-Rod! Ball outside. Low.
Rounder up the middle, easy play for Milstein.
The 24.
0-2 the count to Mitchell O'Brien. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. O'Brien is retired, but the 2-run shot from Bean Machine ties us up at 2 apiece.
Now back, the third baseman, number 23. Now batting, the catcher, number 29.
That's low. You're out.
A couple quick outs for Aru. 2 away. Here's Lawrence Longshanks.
That's outside. Nope, inside. Fair ball.
Now one's down for Longshanks. A 2-out single.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4.
Outside. He's safe.
0-2 to Roger Bedell. Bedell, whoa, down the first base line. An awful leap there. Jumped over the ball, did Doug Kelly.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
Ball, that's inside. That's outside. Ball, that's outside.
Up the middle, a tough dive. He's uplit. The throw is not going to be in time, and the Angels retake the lead. Timberwoods tried, but couldn't get the throw off in time. And it's an infield single for Ruby Green Dexteris, making it 3-2. Aru back down to tenths,
Ball.
and it's a 3-0 count. Foul back to a full count. Runners going, swing and a miss! Aru rings up Watley, and we head to the top of the 5th. Angels leading 3-2.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 12.
And that's a hard hit ball. That's up the middle. Leadoff single. Start off the top of the 5th for the Cyclones.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 29.
Ball, outside. That's inside. Ball, that's low. Ball 4.
Jet County is walked, which puts 2 aboard for the Cyclones. Here for Sebastian Angelo. Fury staying in the game, but starting to labor a bit here in these most recent couple innings. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Round to the 3rd, this could be 2. Tygo to Longshanks, but can't get the double play. Probably should have stepped on 3rd, actually. She was really close to it, could have gotten the lead runner, but now runners at the corners for Doug Kelly. Doug Kelly sneaks one to Longshanks, which will score the runner, but on the fielder's choice, making it 3-3. Looks like they're going to intentionally walk Jabron Lanes.
Take your base.
Now batting,
in order to face off Timber Woods. And to get a new pitcher in the game, Dickie Vaughn.
Nope, that's high.
2-2 the count. No, strike 3 called. Cyclones tie it back up 3-3, but do leave a couple runners aboard. Bottom 5th we go, top of the order to up for the Angels.
Shortstop, number 52.
That's outside.
Ooh, Yoshida with a diving stop. The throw in time. Yoshida taking away a leadoff single from the Angels. Nice play there.
That's outside. Outside. No, that's high. Take your base.
And Henry will be aboard with a walk.
Now back, the center fielder, number 30.
Runners going. The throw is in plenty of time. Bean Machine guns her down. 2 away now. Emily Prentice with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. And we go to the top of the 6th, still tied 3-3. Machine, Yoshida, and O'Brien do up.
The catcher, number 33.
Ball, that's low. Foul ball.
Grounded to short, Emma Milstein in time.
Now back, the second baseman, number 35.
Ball inside. Nope, that's inside.
Another grounder to Milstein in time, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 64.
Strike. He's out.
And that's a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-3. So looking ahead to tomorrow, important games.
Ball, that's inside.
Serpents and Sparrows important, as the Serpents could clinch the final spot in the Epic. And then Overdraft's Wrongfielders, the winner of that game, punches their ticket to the postseason. And then Unicorns Cyclones. Unicorns could clinch the #1 overall seed in the Epic with a win there. So into Centerfield will be caught by Lames. But the rest of the stuff is going to happen on the first stream of Saturday, as the Overdrafts and Vikings will determine
Ball, outside.
one of the final spots in the
Nope, inside.
Heroic, as there are still 3 seeds to claim here. This one's deep into center field. Lawrence Longshanks doesn't have enough. It's gone! Longshanks delivers and puts the Angels up 5-3. A deep bomb into center field. And the Angels on top, and that will do it for Rue.
No, that's low.
A division title is on the line in one of these seeds for the Heroics, so it's only 2 wild card seeds that the Wrongfielders and the Retrievers currently hold.
Foul ball.
Vikings need a win over the Overdrafts to force a playoff, which would be against the loser of what would be a play-in game between the Overdrafts and the Retrievers for the division. Oh no, the Overdrafts still have, so the Overdrafts have to lose out to. They just need one win to win the division. So a very important day. Don't think we're going to need too many tie breaks as Green Dexteros gets rung up there, but the Angels taking a 2-run lead into the back third of this one. These teams at this point mostly playing for pride. That's a quick strikeout for Hugh George III.
Third baseman, number 29.
Ball, that's outside.
Now that's a strikeout of Jet County, 2 away.
The designated hitter, number 20.
No, inside.
Throughout single, continues the inning. Brings up Doug Kelly.
Number 14.
That's inside.
And a 2-out rally brewing here. 2 on, 2 out now.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 19.
The High Rollers won, but the Bombers just absolutely choked away, or just got eaten alive by Beef Boy. That would have guaranteed a play-in game between at least the Wildcats and the High Rollers. Beef Boy retired 23 consecutive batters after loading the bases in the top of the first inning with nobody out. Retired 23 in a row. High Rollers went into the 9th inning down 5-3. We're down to their final strike with a runner on second. Carlito Beltran hit a double into the left field, to the corner of left field, which scored a runner, made it 5-4. And then on like the second or third pitch, G. Baby Evans hit a home run into right field, which gave him the 6-5 win. But with the Bombers lost, their only hope lies in the hope that the Sparrows can pull off the upset tomorrow over the Serpents, and then the Ball Players beating the Serpents as well. Hello, Milo Boss. This is actually not a pennant race league. This is just an AI versus AI league, as that one is long gone, an absolute nuke. And it's 6-3. We just act as managers, making trades and setting lineups. We don't actually play the game. We let the computer do that for us. But if you are interested, feel free to join our Discord, as we are about to go into the playoffs of Season 8. Love to have you join the league. That's a strikeout to end the inning, but the Angels go up by 3. Going into the top of the 8th inning, Machine, Yoshida, and O'Brien do up.
Number 33.
No, that's high.
2-1 to Machine. As that one will be foul. And swing and a miss, Machine goes down.
The second baseman, number 35.
That's low. Outside.
2-2 to Yoshida, 0 for 3 so far.
Ball, that's up. That's ball 4.
If Wildcats and Serpents tied 11-5, the Serpents beat them head-to-head. But that would also come down to if they go 11-5, the Bombers and the Serpents would have to play a tiebreak game for the division, and then the loser of that would be compared to the Wildcats. Runner going, the throw is not going to be in time, and runner in scoring position now for Mitchell O'Brien. Fouled back. How you feeling, Fizek? Any better? Swing and a miss. Kristen Bell rings him up there.
The left fielder, number 12.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ball, that's outside.
And that's going to be into the gap. That will score a run, make it 6-4.
The third baseman, number 29.
Hugh George the third with an RBI double.
That's outside. Ball outside. Ball outside.
Dribbler, Kristen Bell off the mound. Throw to first in time. Round number 3, bottom of the 8th we go. 6-4 lead for the Angels.
Now back, the third baseman, number 23.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. Down to first in time for round number 1.
Batting, the catcher, number 29.
Rounder, Yoshida, in time for round number 2.
Now back, the second baseman, number 5.
Ball, that's low. That's outside.
Full account to Lawrence Longshank, grounded to third. Jet County in time. Round number 3, Cyclones will need 2 to tie to try and extend this one as we go to the top of the 9th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 12 in the game, number 2.
Neuenmuller taking over first. Kristen Bell staying in the game. Rounder to Tygo. In time for round number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Low. Ball, that's inside. Ball, inside.
Full count to Doug Kelly.
Take your base.
Kelly will draw a walk.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 19.
Ball, outside.
One swing game now for Jabron Lames.
Ball, that's low.
Rounded to first. Neuenmuller goes to second for 1. Milstein can't complete the Dragons special.
The shortstop, number 7. Now batting, number 10.
And Jerome Diligence will come in to take the at-bat. Try and prevent an upset here, I guess technically. Despite both these teams being very bad this year. This one, Jerome Diligence might have extended the game, and it is robbed by Padel! And the Angels win, and Fizek with the jinx of the Cyclones. Angels win 6-4. Yep. 8 hits from the Cyclones. Hugh George the third, the only one with 2. Diligence getting robbed. What would have been a game-tying home run. And then we've got Carroll Henry with the home run, 2 for 3. Tina Tygo with a home run, 2 for 4. 2 for 4 for Longshanks with a home run. Noriaru with the loss, 5 earned and 5 1/3. Alfonso Sims, 1 earned through 2 2/3. Jen Fury, no decision. Dickie Vaughn, the win, 1 earned through 2 2/3. And Kristen Vell with the save. MVP, Longshanks, Tina Tygo, and Carroll Henry. Well, that's going to do it for a wild day here in the SSBL. Day number 3, we're not 100% sure on who is going to cast tomorrow night, but we'll get that situated. We'll probably start around the same time, 7 o'clock Central Time. But until then, have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.